Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news. When news broke out recently about a potential blockbuster trade, fans of the Atlanta Falcons couldn't help but get excited. Rumors swirling around the NFL suggest that Penei Sewell, one of the top offensive tackles in the league, might be on the move from the Detroit Lions to Atlanta. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a game changer for the Falcons. And honestly, it could redefine the entire offensive line for the team moving forward. This kind of move isn't just about adding a skilled player. It's about sending a message to the rest of the league that Atlanta is serious about competing at the highest level, especially in protecting their franchise quarterback. The buzz among insiders points to a trade that would send Sewell to Atlanta in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, along with some financial relief, roughly $16 million of cap space. The Lions, sitting at 7-4 but squeezed by cap issues after extensions, are apparently willing to part ways with Sewell. They are looking to rebuild a little, focusing on bolstering their young wide receiver core and clearing space for what's shaping up to be a competitive future. Meanwhile, the Falcons are looking to inject an elite offensive tackle into their lineup to stabilize and elevate their offensive line, which has been a concern this season. Sewell, for those who don't follow every detail of the league, is a bona fide superstar at the tackle position. His PFF grade in 2024 sits at an incredible 92, which shows just how dominant he's been when healthy. He's allowed just 3 sacks so far in 2024, and over 11 games in 2025, he's only given up 5 sacks with a pass block win rate of 87%. That's elite protection, folks. His EPA per pass of plus 0.18 and run block win rate of 85% demonstrate how versatile and reliable he is in both aspects of offensive line play. And let's not forget, he's been nearly injury-free despite heavy usage, which is a huge plus for any team looking for consistency up front. Now, why would the Lions be willing to trade such a key piece? Well, Detroit struggles with sacks allowed, 25 so far this season, and their offensive production have been issues. They're giving up 1 points per game, and with Jared Goff's EPA in deep passing situations sitting at -0.5, it's clear they're not fully satisfied with their offensive protection and overall rebuild strategy. Detroit is also prioritizing cap space to focus on their defensive line and rebuild around young talent. They're a team that's still trying to find its identity, and trading Sewell could be a move to gain draft assets and financial flexibility. On the other hand, Atlanta has been searching for stability along their offensive line. They've allowed 29 sacks so far this season, which is definitely an area they want to shore up if they're serious about making a playoff push. Their rushing attack has been decent, averaging around 112 yards per game, but with Sewell, that number could jump significantly, possibly up to 138 yards per game. That's a massive boost for the Falcons' ground game, which is vital when you're trying to control the clock and keep your defense fresh. Plus, with Kirk Cousins at quarterback, Atlanta needs that extra protection to maximize their offensive efficiency. Now, let's talk about the impact Sewell could have on the Falcons. Bringing in a tackle of his caliber instantly makes the offensive line one of the top units in the league, potentially a top 5 line when all's said and done. His presence would reduce sacks allowed, which could drop from 29 to around 19, significantly improving the team's overall offensive performance. Moreover, Sewell's ability to open up running lanes would lead to a 21% increase in rushing efficiency, taking the team from 112 yards per game to roughly 138. That kind of upgrade can be the difference maker in close games, especially when trying to establish a balanced attack. This move could also boost the Falcons' offensive points per game from 24.3 to about 28, making them a more potent scoring threat. Their third down conversion rate would climb from 38% to an impressive 45%, giving them more sustained drives and opportunities to put points on the board. As a comparison, teams like the Eagles with Mailata have shown how dominant a solid offensive line can be. and Atlanta could be heading in that direction with Sewell anchoring the right side. His ability to hold the edge against elite pass rushers like Hutchinson will be crucial in keeping Cousins upright and giving the Falcons' offense a more consistent rhythm. The ripple effect of adding Sewell extends beyond just the offensive line. His presence would elevate the entire offense's efficiency, leading to fewer turnovers. Atlanta could see a reduction of around 9 turnovers per game, and more effective screens and quick passes, boosting their overall offensive efficiency by approximately 14%. On defense, the Falcons could see a positive shift as well, with an increase in time of possession by around 12%, which allows the defense to rest and prepare for their opponents' drives. This kind of control can be pivotal in close games, especially late in the season when every possession counts. From a strategic perspective, this trade positions the Falcons as a true contender, especially when facing teams with heavy pass rushes like the Panthers or Rams. Sewell's addition makes the team more resilient against those intense edge rushers, and it's reminiscent of the kind of upgrades the Falcons made in the past with key trades like Laremy Tunsil. Imagine a line that's almost impenetrable, giving Cousins the time he needs to operate and distribute the ball efficiently. That's the kind of upgrade that can propel Atlanta into deep playoff runs and maybe even a Super Bowl appearance. The odds for the Falcons to win it all would likely shift significantly with Sewell on board, moving from plus 15000 to around plus 5,000 in Super Bowl betting lines. NFC odds would also improve from plus 7,500 to roughly plus 2,500, making Atlanta a more serious threat in the conference. This move isn't just about one player. It's about signaling to the league, to their division rivals, and to their fans that Atlanta is all in on contending now. It's about assembling a team that's built to dominate both in the trenches and across the field, with a focus on stability, durability, and high-level performance. In the end, this potential trade reflects a long-term vision for the Falcons, building a powerhouse protected by one of the league's best tackles, similar to the legendary anchors that made the Georgia Dome a fortress for so many years. Sewell's addition could be the piece that finally pushes Atlanta over the top, transforming their offensive line from a weakness into a strength, and setting them up for sustained success in the NFC South and beyond. The excitement among fans is palpable, and if this deal goes through, it could be one of the most impactful moves in recent Falcons history, echoing the kind of strategic, bold decisions that define championship teams. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Do you believe Sewell is the missing piece that takes Atlanta to the next level? Or do you think the team should focus elsewhere? Either way, I'm excited to see what you have to say. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. This is a team on the rise, and with moves like this, the sky's the limit. Let's keep that passion alive, Falcons fans, because the best is yet to come.